Okay, and pull some cards and look and see if Putin is reassessing things now. Is Putin reassessing things? What is in Putin's head? Okay. In the past, we have, trying to get away with it. Okay. Pulling the sneaky stuff, lying, all the stuff that goes with it. Now he's looking at the truth of the situation and looking at the fighting as it's going forward. Okay, what's there, what's not there. The challenge is, he just doesn't want to hear the truth. The challenge is he blocks himself off, and they don't give him full disclosure. They know that they had better just say what he wants to hear. So underneath of it all, we have him as Mother Russia. And above it, he's worried, okay? He is definitely worried, having sleepless nights about it. Russia getting away with it. He sees that we are having some tower moments. It's not going well for him. So he must be getting some information somewhere. He's embattled by it, feeling embattled. Still doesn't want to hear it, doesn't want to believe it. Trying to get away with it. We still have his dark agenda. Okay. And still wanting to remain a man in power. Okay. So it doesn't look good. Okay. Also, it looks like he's looking at democracy, Biden, NATO, all of these things that are there. Looking for the future, what's coming, what can move. He's looking at the past, the future, the past, and what's being given by the White House as well. So I think it's looking at, the things that are happening as well. Doesn't want to hear it, but has to see some of it. Of concern is the truth coming out. Of concern is justice being meted out. We have the first of the trial of one of the Russian soldiers, young soldier. He's trying to figure a way to get to calmer waters, but he is feeling totally tied up, and he's still, in fantasy mode with all this stuff coming up, and he's got judgment on the horizon. He's wanting to walk away from it emotionally in some way and put an end to things, trying to manipulate it, but death is around the corner. You can't manipulate what's happened with all the deaths, okay? So he's wanting to not see the truth, but the truth is coming out, indicated by sleepless nights that are happening. Of course, he tries to block the truth, but he can't block it forever. So it looks like he is in really a no-win situation. He's looking at what's happening with NATO. The things are happening that he didn't want to happen, and those things he has to see. Even though he may not be getting the full reality of what's happening on the battlefield, he does see that Finland and Sweden want to join NATO, as does Ukraine. So, these things are starting to come into his into his cognition, and he is worried. He knows they are starting to look at war crimes, and so yeah. Also, the fact of his health is impinging on things. It looks like, kind of the same thing like that happened with Hitler. He had his doctors that were pumping him up with all of these things. Hitler was getting Parkinson's. It showed some video just before he took his life where he was going down the line of soldiers. His hand was behind the other one and it was shaking severely. And they were, pumping him up with medications, okay? And they say Putin is having to leave these things to see his doctor. So I think it's basically the same kind of thing. They're pumping him up with something so he can get through these things. He still has this delusion of wanting to be the czar, wanting to have this legacy, bring these things together, and it's all slipping through his fingers. So it looks like he may be looking at things, kind of realizing he's on the losing side, and what is he going to do? We'll have to wait and see. So thanks for tuning in. Love and light. See you online.